Good evening and welcome. My name is Priscilla Robledo, and I am a member of the Customer Response Unit, a senior member with the CPS Energy. I want to thank you for joining us today for CPS Energy's virtual People First Community Fair. We have a strong commitment to our community and our customers. We're excited today to be joined by District 3 Councilwoman Rebecca Villagran, in addition to members of our CPS Energy team. We have Cristela Trevino, an outreach specialist, who will tell us about utility assistance resources and CPS Energy's rebate programs. Randy De Leon with our community engagement team, who will be sharing information about public safety and education. And myself, I'll be covering the CPS Energy's Flex Power Bundle initiative, along with our proposed rate advisory committee. Councilwoman Villagran, thank you for hosting this event with us. Before we jump into our program, I'd like to give you an opportunity to address and welcome our attendees this evening. Councilwoman?
Thank you, Priscilla. Appreciate it. Hello, everyone. My name is Rebecca Villagran, and I serve as City Council member for District 3, the South and the Southeast side of San Antonio, and we are very excited that District 3 is having this virtual People First Community Fair. We are so used to meeting together somewhere in District 3. We've had it at our VFW centers. We've had it at other locations. We're there. You're able to talk to us normally face to face and get to see people, faces and names. But of course, we can't do this year. But I am so proud that CPS Energy, in the creative way that they do things, are bringing the fair, continually bringing the fair out to our community. Kudos to CPS Energy to continually finding creative ways to bring valuable information to District 3 residents. Now, I know, we all know, that many families are struggling as a result of this pandemic. And many people are staying home now more than they have ever. And I'm proud that we're here to learn more about all of the programs that are available that are helping our residents helping our residents who are in those struggling times, but also help our residents know and understand all of the great programs that CPS Energy has and the benefit that they are to our community. So you will learn a lot this evening. Please be sure to ask questions. And thank you again, Priscilla. And I'm looking forward to our discussion today. And thank you to all the constituents who are here tuning in. Back to you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Villagran. We value our partnership with the city and with the county, and we continually use various methods to share customer program and utility assistance information with our community. Also, some of our guests today will mention additional assistance programs that are available. I believe our virtual attendees will appreciate learning about the many programs that we have to offer. As a reminder to our attendees, we are recording today's presentation and we'll be sharing it on social media at a later date. We also look forward to answering your questions throughout the program here. Please use our chat feature to connect with a team member. Now, our first topic of the evening is going to be utility assistance and rebate programs. Joining us today is Cristela Trevino to elaborate on these programs. Welcome, Cristela.
Thank you, Priscilla. And good evening to you all, and thank you for joining us. My name is Cristela Trevino, and I'm an outreach specialist with CPS Energy's Community Engagement Team. Today, I want to share with you some information on utility assistance resources right here in our community, as well as some of CPS Energy's very own rebates and programs that are designed to help you save energy and money. So we'll take a look first this evening at the utility assistance resources, and then we'll switch to rebates. Now, before we get into the utility assistance programs, I do want to let you know that it's important to keep in mind when it comes to these, be a senior who is 60 years of age or older, have a family with young children, have a disability, or use critical medical care equipment, or have been impacted by COVID-19. So if you feel like you do meet one of those criteria, or if you know somebody that meets one of those qualifications, programs are definitely worth taking a closer or sharing with those you feel may qualify. When it comes to Bexar County's Economic and Community Development Department, there is utility assistance available through Bexar County Strong, where customers may receive payment assistance. Qualified customers may receive up to $1,200 in utility assistance. But it's important to note that Bexar County Strong also has resources assisting with rent, relocation, as well as employment and job training opportunities. Now, to qualify for Bexar County utility assistance, you must have an income at or below 150% of the federal poverty guidelines and be experiencing a financial hardship. So I want to take a look at this slide here a little bit more closely so we can see how that breaks down. 4, this means that so long as your family of 4 has a gross monthly income that is not over $3,275, that would mean that you meet this specific qualification. Right. You can give Bexar County's Economic and Community Development a call at 210-335-3666, or you can download the application at www.bexar.org/3314/Bexar-County-Strong. You can also request an application by emailing clientservices@bexar.org. Now we'll take a look at the City of San Antonio's Neighborhood and Housing Services Department, also known as NHSD. Through the NHSD program, customers may receive housing and utility assistance, where eligible customers may receive up to $2,625 in housing assistance and up to $1,125 for utility assistance. So, to qualify for the Neighborhood and Housing Services Department assistance, you must have an income at or below 100% of the average median income and be experiencing a financial hardship. Again, to really get a look at how this breaks down, we'll take a look at this slide, and now we'll say a family of 2. So for example, if you're a family of 2, so long as your family of 2 has a gross monthly income, that would mean you meet this specific qualification. To apply for the program, you can complete the application at www.antonio.gov/DHS utility and clicking Housing Assistance at the bottom of the page. You can also call the City of San Antonio's Neighborhood and Housing Services Department at 210-207-5910. All right, so we'll switch gears now and we'll take a look at the Save Now programs offered through CPS Energy, as CPS Energy is committed to helping customers and community members save money and save energy. We encourage you to visit cpsenergy.com/save now or give us a call at 210-353-2SAVE. That's 210-353-2728. So during this pandemic, we have seen more and more people take on projects within the home, wanting to make improvements here and there. And so we encourage you to take a look at the different rebates that are offered through CPS Energy. Currently, CPS Energy is offering rebates on attic insulation, central air conditioners and heat pumps, pool pumps, as well as window AC units. In addition, CPS Energy also offers natural gas rebates on gas clothes dryers, gas water heaters, both tank and tankless, gas cooktops and stoves, and we also have gas conversion rebates for water heaters, dryers, cooktops, and stove appliances alike. Now, to qualify, it's important to keep in mind that the applications must be received within the 30 days of installation. When it comes to our Wi-Fi thermostat rewards program, you can save $85 when you enroll a qualified Wi-Fi thermostat in your home. So why a programmable thermostat? A programmable thermostat helps make it easier to save money by offering pre-programmed settings to regulate the temperature in your home. Once again, to learn more about any of these programs, to apply, to enroll, simply visit cpsenergy.com/save now or give us a call at 210-353-2SAVE. Now, lastly, I want to share with you about our weatherization program that you may have heard of called CASA VERDE. CASA VERDE is a popular program that has helped many of our community members save energy and save money. It's a program that is available not only to homeowners but also to renters, and it provides on average up to $5,000 in energy efficiency upgrades at no cost. To qualify for the Casa Verde program, you would need to have an income at or below the federal poverty guidelines. Again, we can take a look at this here chart. And if you were in a family of 6, for example, so long as your family of 6 has a gross monthly income that is not over $5,860, that would mean you meet this specific qualification. You can apply for the Casa Verde program at cpsenergy.com/Casa Verde or by giving us a call at 210-353-CASA. That's 210-353-2272. I want to thank you for lending me some of your time this evening to share with you this information, and I hope you found it helpful. I want to encourage you to really and truly stay informed during these challenging times. And 2 places you can do that are at cpsenergy.com/assistance to take a look at all the different assistance programs that are right here in our community and at CPS Energy. You can also visit cpsenergy.com/save now to learn more about the different rebates and energy efficiency programs offered at CPS Energy. And more than anything, I want to encourage you to stay connected during these challenging times. Please remember, we are just one phone call away at 210-353-2222, ready to assist you. Thank you again.
Thank you, Cristela. It is great to see you today, and that was a fantastic presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Villagran.
Yeah. You know, COVID-19 has affected the community in such a big way, and I understand, and we get this question a lot in our office, our City Council office in District 3. You all get it a lot, and CPS Energy has suspended disconnections. Is CPS Energy calling customers requesting payments? Can you kind of shed some light in debunking any of that information?
Absolutely. Excellent question. And what a wonderful opportunity to really bring some awareness to this this issue, right? Absolutely not. CPS Energy will never call to demand and collect payment. So we've got to really get that message out there. But what we do want to share awareness on is that right now during this pandemic, CPS Energy has been leading the charge on an outbound outreach campaign where we are reaching out to customers. But when we're calling customers, we're calling them with the sole purpose of wanting to ensure they have the details on these resources that we were talking about tonight. We're wanting to reach out and connect, check in and see how everyone's doing, keep the lines of communication open, but more than anything, bring awareness about these programs and see how we can be of better assistance down the road throughout these times. So yes, we're calling, but never to collect payment. Thank you for giving me that opportunity to really shed some light on that.
Councilwoman, thank you so much, Cristela, and good evening. My name is Sandy Modé, and I'm the Interim Manager for Community Program Development. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but we'll continue with our event tonight. Thank you again, Councilwoman and Cristela, so much for that great information. Next this evening is our Public Safety and Education, Randy De Leon. Tonight he'll be covering important information pertaining to electric and natural gas safety for this coming holiday season. Welcome, Randy.
Hello, everybody. I'm Randy De Leon with the Public Safety and Education team as part of our overall community engagement team here at CPS Energy. This evening, I'm looking forward to discussing with you many safety tips and information in regards to electrical and natural gas safety in your home. Topics being discussed this evening will include natural gas safety, carbon monoxide, generator safety, gas pilot lighting, outdoor safety, and holiday home safety. But first, let me tell you a little bit about public safety and education. Putting people first, which means caring for our customers, employees, and community, is at the forefront of everything we do. The safety of our customers, employees, and community is our priority. In fact, it's one of our guiding pillars. While electricity and natural gas safely power our homes and businesses, there are risks associated with each and if they are mishandled. So please be safe with the energy you use. We also offer valuable online and in-person training resources unique to contractors, first responders, teachers and students, and other organizations interested. To request a free presentation, contact Public Safety and Education at 210-353-3939, or you can email us at cpsenergypresentation@cpsenergy.com. The first topic for discussion is natural gas safety. Have your natural gas appliances serviced and repaired by professionals. Keep areas around your gas water heater or furnace clean, uncluttered, and free of flammable materials. When purchasing a natural gas appliance, we recommend using only AGA certified, that's American Gas Association appliances. Look for that blue star and follow all manufacturer's instructions. What should I do if I smell a strong odor of gas? Smells like rotten eggs? A lot of people, just a little refresher, natural gas in its natural state actually doesn't smell like anything. We, CPS Energy, we put an odorant in there called mercaptan. That way you can smell the natural gas. We want it to smell bad. It smells like rotten eggs. That way you know if there's a leak. So what should I do if I smell a strong odor of gas? Get out of the house immediately. Don't turn any electrical switches on or off, or use a flashlight or a telephone. An electrical spark from any electrical or battery operated device, or even from static electricity, could ignite the gas leak and cause an explosion. Call 210-353-4357. That's 353-HELP from a neighbor's house as soon as possible, and never try to locate the source of gas leak yourself. What should I do if I smell a faint odor of gas? Even the smell of gas is faint, do not take any chances. Leave the house and call us at 210-353-4357. Should I use my oven to heat my home? We get that question a lot. No, using the oven or range to heat your home can produce dangerous carbon monoxide gas. Carbon monoxide is referred to as the silent killer because you can't smell the fumes, so the results can be deadly. Using the stove as a heating source also can damage the appliance. Also, a little quick question. If you are utilizing natural gas in your home on your stove to cook, what color should that flame be? If you said blue, you're correct. We want that pretty blue flame. We don't want a yellow, orange, or red flame. That's a lazy flame to us. We want that pretty blue flame. You're getting proper combustion, burning that natural gas efficiently. Now, next, we're going to be discussing carbon monoxide poisoning. It can't be seen. You can't smell it. It can't be heard, but it can be stopped with the installation of a carbon monoxide detector. How to avoid the carbon monoxide dangers? Well, you can install a carbon monoxide detector near the area where your family sleeps. Check the detector's batteries every time you change the time on your clock each spring and fall. When using a gas space heater, leave a window open a couple of inches for proper ventilation. Never heat a room with your gas range, oven, or clothes dryer. Never use a charcoal or barbecue grill or a portable gas camp stove indoors. Always use fuel burning appliances with proper ventilation, and always provide such appliances with adequate combustion air according to the manufacturer's recommendations. Make sure appliance fresh air intakes are not blocked or restricted, and keep vents and chimneys clear of debris or any blockage. What do I do if I suspect carbon monoxide poisoning? Well, open up your windows. You could shut off your furnace and other fuel burning appliances. Get out of your home immediately and call the fire department at 911 and CPS Energy at 210-353-4357. That's 353-HELP. Next is generator safety. A portable generator can be an ideal secondary source of power, especially during power failures, but it can be dangerous if it's not used appropriately. Here are some safety tips. Never operate a generator in an enclosed or partially enclosed space. Do use a carbon monoxide detector in areas near the generator to monitor the levels. Do not connect generators directly to household wiring without an appropriate transfer switch installed. Do make sure your generator is properly grounded, and do make sure extension cords used with generators are rated for the load and are in good condition. Do not overload the generator. Do plug the generator into a ground fault circuit interrupter, GFCI, to help prevent electrocutions and electrical shock injuries. Also, turn off all appliances powered by the generator before shutting down the generator itself. Next is our gas pilot lighting. We can help you light and adjust the pilots on your natural gas appliances, water heaters, and furnaces for just $24 plus tax. Here are some things to keep in mind before you contact us for an appointment. An additional fee may be assessed if you missed a scheduled appointment. If there is a heavy accumulation of dust or the heat equipment is faulty, we will not light the pilot until the problem is corrected, and that is the owner's responsibility. Any maintenance work must be scheduled with a private licensed heating/air conditioning contractor. And for more information to schedule a pilot lighting, you can use our online request form. We have a form online that you can fill out at cpsenergy.com/assistance, or you can call us at 210-353-2222. Next is outdoor safety. Here are some helpful tips to keep you and your family safe. Use only electric equipment designed for outdoor use. Keep ladders, kites, and TV antennas, TV dishes away from power lines. Make sure all outdoor outlets are protected by ground fault circuit interrupters, those GFCIs. Use cord marked for outdoor use and rated for the power tools needs. Never trim trees near power lines. Remember that. Call us first. Call us at 210-353-2222 to request a temporary disconnect of your power if working near power lines on your property. So if you're going to be trimming trees outside near power lines, please give us a call first. Use only a dry fiberglass or wooden ladder, never a metal ladder, when working near electrical wires or equipment. Also, if you're going to be doing any digging, call before you dig. Locate underground power and gas lines by using the National One Call system at 811. It is the law, not only a state law, it is a national law, but it is a free service. So if you're going to be doing like a weekend project, give us about 48 hours to get out there. So I would say call us no later than Wednesday. That way we can go out there, mark the lines, so you can get that weekend project done. Never place a swimming pool or other structures under the power lines leading to your house. Never climb power poles, transmission towers, or fences around our substations. Teach children to stay clear of all electrical and natural gas installations, including those big green transformer boxes we have. If you see a down power line, call CPS Energy immediately at 210-353-4357. That's 210-353-HELP. Now, let's get into some holiday home safety. Keep your holidays safe, merry, and bright. The holidays should be a wonderful time of year. To ensure they are, just remember, there are some critical safety tips that we want you to keep on mind. Now, when it comes to lighting tips, always select the Underwriters Laboratories, the UL approved holiday lighting sets. Do not string more than 3 sets of lights together unless you have the LED lights. Examine all cords and sockets for wear before using them. Discard lights that are broken, that have frayed or bare wires can be seen, or if you have a loose connections, do not use those. Do not overload electrical outlets. Tape cords down to prevent tripping hazards. That's a good one. Do not try to put a cord underneath a carpet or a rug, because what happens is as you walk over the carpet, it's going to eat away at that protective layer of rubber or plastic, and you're going to have a fire hazard. So please just tape them down. That would be for the best. Unplug cords when stringing lights. Unplug all light displays before leaving your home and or going to sleep. I like to use a timer for my home. And use safety caps to cover unused electrical outlets. Tips for the trees: make sure a real tree has been freshly cut. To keep it from drying out, you can recut the base, the bottom of the tree periodically, and make sure that there is always water for that tree. Make sure it doesn't go dry. Keep it away from heaters and other heat sources, and make sure an artificial tree, if you do decide to go that route, is fire resistant. Tips for outdoor displays: make sure you check the labels to make sure lights are certified for outdoor use. Use hooks when hanging lights. Don't use staples or nail strands. And also, keep the ladders away from our power lines. Thank you. That is my presentation for this evening. Thank you for being here and hearing this. And I hope you take some of this safety information with you and you use it at the home and have a fun, safe holiday.
Thank you so much, Randy. You are just making me think about everything I need to go through for my holiday lights right now. So thank you very much for that.
Yes, ma'am.
But, you know, all of us, I understand that you're part of the outreach team. And during this time of social distancing, how is CPS Energy staying in touch with the community and doing it safely?
Oh, thank you for that question, Councilwoman Viagran. Our outreach team is still hard at work scheduling and conducting our virtual presentations, not only for community leaders, we also do it for our schools, for our first responders, for contractors. The topics that we do, they can vary from our customer assistant programs, utility assistance, energy efficiency, and also our public safety and education. So I encourage the public here, please, if you're wanting us at your next meeting, at your next event, please call us at 210-353-3939, or you can email us at cpsenergypresentation@cpsenergy.com.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Viagran, and thank you so much, Randy. CPS Energy genuinely cares about our community, and we promote any programs that can help support our customers, whether it's our own CPS Energy programs or different agency partner programs. Randy, as you mentioned, our outreach team has definitely had to get creative during this time to maintain that engagement with our District 3 community. Again, thank you so much, Randy, for that great information. Our final topic of this evening is CPS Energy's Rack and Flex Power Bundle Initiative and our proposed rates advisory. Joining us today is Priscilla Robledo. She's with our Customer Response Unit. Welcome, Priscilla.
Thank you, Sandy. And thank you, Councilwoman Viagran, and all joining us today. Your time is precious to us. Good evening. My name is Priscilla Robledo, and I am a member of the CPS Energy Customer Response Unit, serving as a senior member. Tonight, we're excited to share some important information about the proposed Rate Advisory Committee, or RAC as we refer to it, and the Flex Power Bundle. Now, this evening, we are going to discuss recommendations from our management and leadership team on the proposed Rates Advisory Committee. We're also going to talk about where we're at with our Flex Power Bundle. Now, earlier this year, the City of San Antonio Mayor sent our Board of Directors a memo requesting a Rates Advisory Committee with inclusion from City Council members. Selected representatives will review the current rate structures and design new ones with an overall focus on our customers' impact. Now, our board met shortly thereafter and approved a resolution in March of 2020 to support developing a framework to seek a proper proposed structure for this committee. The proposed RAC's goal is to provide input to management and the board on rate design and power generation. Now, we've been really busy since March. With our CEO, Paula Gold-Williams, we've been providing monthly updates to the board. We've had many meetings and discussions with our Board of Trustees to review in-depth information, requesting input from our board on the direction to go with the proposed RAC. Now, from a governance perspective, we're looking at about 21 members from throughout our service territory to give us a diverse view. In addition to the 11, which will be chosen by our Board of Trustees to include the mayor, the proposed RAC will also have 10 appointments from City Council. We'll also have a consultant that will provide some expertise regarding rate structures. The RAC may use this information in part to provide or make informed recommendations to our Board of Trustees. If approved, we will have that consultant that has a variety of rate-making experience that will also be able to provide insight to our RAC members on the rate processes and other relevant utility issues. Now, in terms of governance and member qualifications, you might say, what kind of qualifications does a member need to have? Well, there are various qualifications, and we feel that any and all experience is valuable. We'd like to have representation from all customer segments to ensure that all of our customers have a voice. We are proposing that to be a part of this committee, you do need to reside within our service territory and be a current CPS Energy customer. Now, we want a diverse group of members to include those with an understanding of corporate governance, a strong financial acumen, leadership skills, and being able to balance the time commitments for this committee. Now, the Rates Advisory Committee is still a proposed item. Our bylaws are currently in draft form. However, I want to let our community know that we are currently working on that process now. The bylaws describe what the membership will look like, define the roles, the eligibility, the composition, the selection, and the term limits, amongst other things. One important aspect is understanding how often this committee will meet, the length of time it will meet, and we'll also formalize how we post this information to the community to allow for an opportunity for feedback and input. Now, we've been busy for the past several months with this ongoing process. We sent our RFP for a rate advisory consultant to a number of consultancies across the United States. We've received 11 proposals back, and we just completed our third round, which included virtual presentations from the top 5 respondents. In the near future, we'll be providing our recommendations to our Board of Trustees for their consideration. Now, here's a quick snapshot of how the proposed structure might look. The proposed RAC is very similar to our other structures, like our Citizens Advisory Committee. Councilwoman Villagrán, this would be similar to your appointment of Diana Aguirre Martinez on the CAC. We want to make sure that this proposed committee has access not only to our top leadership and the CEO, but also to our Board of Trustees. The proposed RAC would complement and add to the input that we receive from many of our other stakeholders. Now, as I mentioned, we have a diverse group of stakeholders, which include the environmental stakeholder group, the solar stakeholder group, our chambers of commerce, our school districts. We want to make sure that we are broad in our outreach to the community. Now, we're committed to making these meetings accessible to everyone in our community, and we're planning on live streaming these meetings and recording them, allowing the public to view it live or at their leisure. Especially during the times of COVID, we understand that not everyone will be able to go to an in-person meeting, so it's really important that we have virtual meetings, or at least have the live stream capability for anyone to participate from anywhere in the world if they so desire. These events will also be recorded so that anyone can go back and reference that material at a later date if they so wish. We'll post this information on our website like we do today when we have community meetings, and we'll also consider alternative times to meet. For example, if daytime hours are more conducive than evening hours, so that we can have participation from various people. We know that people have different work schedules, so we'd like to be very flexible regarding that as well. Now, the mission of the RAC is to provide a helpful and unique knowledge base on the insights of what we do as an industry and as a utility, with the ultimate goal of weighing into the value pillars that we have. Of the value pillars, affordability and reliability remain the top 2 responses that we get from our customers when we ask them what is most important. 2 things to be considered. We're going to provide the foundational knowledge to understand rates, and the members should be willing to learn about the cost recovery to include the utility's best practices. There are expectations and responsibilities from the utility, the consultant, and each committee member. We will devote the necessary time and energy to provide information and knowledge to understand the complexity of what we do. We also want to understand what potential structures would be a good strategy or an alternative solution. We want to make sure that the input from the proposed RAC is considered and that our community understands that we take all concerns to heart. Now, the committee's charge, our proposed RAC is going to be able to provide rate structure recommendations. As per our bond covenants, the responsibility and accountability for our rates reside with our Board of Trustees and our regulator, the City of San Antonio. However, the RAC will be able to provide an abundance of useful input for consideration to that process. So someone might say, well, what's the RAC going to do? We want to create a pathway for input to management and our Board of Trustees on rate changes and the creation of new rates. They will receive information on rate design trends and learn about cost structures. We want them to ask relevant questions and raise concerns from the community. We will review the impact of generation resource implications and also function in an advisory role. Now, let's talk a little about how we'll get the RAC members up to speed. We will be developing a curriculum. We will work on the governance structure, establish the bylaws, and also provide history on current utility practices and the best practices across the industry, including strong utility industry acumen. We've got a lot to consider in San Antonio and the greater community in regard to environmental considerations, regulatory parameters, and how we look at our current rate design, amongst other things. Now, this is just an illustrative timeline of what I spoke to earlier. Again, we've definitely been busy. We've been active with the board, and we will continue to provide updates and seek input. Now, I'd like to stop here for a moment before we transition into the Flex Power Bundle. We want to hear from the community. Public input is essential to us. We've created an English and Spanish phone line, which is 210-353-6788. And just for that, we'd like to hear from anyone who has any comments or feedback regarding our proposed rates advisory committee. We want the community to tell us what they think. For example, if someone is interested in participating in this community, please let us know. This is the perfect opportunity for you to phone in, leave us your name and number, and we'll get back to you. We'd also like to hear from you about how much time you think this committee how much time you think a committee like this should spend in a meeting. Is it 1 hour? Is it 3 hours? Is it 5? How often should the committee meet? Is it once a month or is it several times a month? Call and give us your feedback so that we can provide that input to our board. Also, before we move on to the next section, I do want to encourage our listeners and viewers this evening to watch or listen to our Board of Trustee meetings. They are live streamed or you can call in too. Our board information from presentations, they're posted online in advance, and you can follow along as our Board of Trustees hear from experts across the utility about the matters that are important to us. Now, let's talk about our Flex Power Bundle. Earlier this year, we went out for an RFI requesting some information on what might be currently available. We've been very successful with the fleet of power plants that we have owned and operated, but that fleet continues to get older. Currently, we have about 1,700 megawatts that we will need to take offline within the next 10 years. This is due to the age of the plants because as the hot summer months here are in San Antonio, they run pretty heavily. They also become less efficient over the years. Now, as they become less reliable, anytime one of these plants fail, there's more of a financial risk when those units don't perform as they should. It's kind of like an older car. There are only so many miles, RPMs, and speed that you can take with an older car before it starts to have problems. Couple that with the fact that losing 1,700 megawatts, how do we grow the bandwidth that we need to power our community? So we'll go out for an RFP later this year for the Flex Power Bundle. We're asking for commitments of 900 megawatts of solar, about 50 megawatts of battery storage. We understand how that new technology affects our system, and we want to have that available not just for our portfolio, but also for our customers. Additionally, we know that sometimes the wind doesn't blow or the sun doesn't shine. And we need some type of firming capacity to match that new technology to meet the same requirements and reliability that a traditional unit might have. Now, you've likely heard us speak about our STEP program extensively, which is our Save for Tomorrow energy plan. We did a STEP bridge extension, and STEP was highly successful. We not only met our goal of 771 megawatts, but we exceeded it, saving 833 megawatts. Now, if you think about that, that's about the same size as a large power plant. And we avoided that cost for our customers. We budgeted $849 million for the STEP program, and we actually came in $130 million under budget. We also completed it 1 year early. Now, we understand that the tried and true products have been successful for us, and we're looking to see how innovation couples with either a STEP bridge extension or later in 21, how FlexStep, a bigger and bolder program, may be released. Again, with a combination of the tried and true and newer technologies. Again, we've come a long way in our STEP vision. We started the Save for Tomorrow energy plan in 2009 and in 2010, and we released the Flexible Path plan a couple of years ago. And all of this ties together. The Flex Power Bundle and the Flex Path are, again, they're tried and true products with newer clean technologies and product offerings for our customers. Now, I'll end on this slide. For any questions you might have, please use the chat feature. For public input, you can call us at 210-353-6788 and let us know your comments or suggestions. Are you interested in participating? How long do you think these meetings should last? Should it be ad hoc? Should it be for a period of time and then disband? We're looking for your community input. Again, I want to thank you for your time today, and please visit our website at cpsenergy.com for information on all of our programs, including information for the Flex Power Bundle. Back to you, Councilwoman Villagrán and Sandy.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. I think you just covered it, but again, how can our District 3 residents nominate themselves or somebody they know to participate in the rate advisory committee?
Thank you. Thank you again. We really want to provide this information to our customers and to District 3. You can call. That number again is 210-353-6788 if you'd like to nominate yourself, if you're interested in more information, or if you want to provide feedback. Again, how often should we meet? How long? We're really excited and interested for that community feedback. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Villagrán. We're now at the end of our program. Councilwoman, would you like to provide any closing comments for our audience today?
I would just like to say thank you all so much for joining us today on this Community First virtual summit or session, if you will. And you all have just given me so much to think about. My attic installation, that I need to check on my holiday lights before I put them up and not keep them up for many, many months. And then also, of course, the rate advisory council, the rate advisory committee. I think that is essential for us as a community, but it takes our residents to be online and to participate with us. So thank you to all of the residents. Of course, thank you to CPS Energy for being such great leaders and great partners with the city. And I don't know if there is an award for best presentation, but Cristela, Randy, and Priscilla, you all have been doing this for a while. Those were some great presentations. And if there was some sort of Olympics, I'd give you a gold medal, and I'd put you all up against anybody else throughout the United States. Great job. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Villagrán, for those wonderful remarks. We greatly appreciate you taking the time to host this event with us tonight. And again, thank you so much for Cristela, Randy, Priscilla, for that great information. I do want to remind everyone that if you do have any questions you'd like to ask us, please use the chat feature. Our customer response unit team has been with us throughout this evening answering your questions in real time. We'll remain live for the next couple of minutes. Again, thank you so much for joining CPS Energy's virtual People First Community Fair, hosted with Councilwoman Rebecca Villagran. Again, enjoy your evening. Thank you so much.